Hi, I'm Pete.
And I'm Sam, and we're the co-founders of happystride. happystride is a cool running and fitness brand specialising in bright and functional running clothing.
And this is the Running Makes Me Happy podcast, the podcast that inspires happy running.
Today we talked to the brilliant Steph, aka Ginge Runs, who's very quickly built an amazing running community online. Hear from Steph about how she juggles a very busy life with her running, wild poos, and controversially her dislike for parkrun.
So hi Steph, how are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Welcome to the Running Makes Me Happy podcast.
Welcome.
Really excited to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
So your last race was the Winter Downs 50k, was it?
Yeah, in December.
So how was that?
Windy. So much so that in the briefing, they advised us to stay away from the edge of the cliffs because there were 40-mile-an-hour gusts.
Oh.
And there was a real possibility that if you went and had a nice look over at the sea, that you would then meet the sea.
No way.
So yeah, we were advised to stay well away, which,
Wow.
you know, when you're going up and down, I like to be blindsided by my race. I don't like to look too hard at the elevation. I just want to deal with what happens.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't prepared for what rolling hills actually means.
Yeah.
And then trying to roll up a hill with a 40-mile-an-hour coming down a hill, I said a lot of swear words, an awful lot of swear words, but I still love it.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was a good time. And everyone was so friendly.
Yeah.
As always, I mean, I'm sure you know. Everyone's so nice at ultras.
Yes.
Just, they're the nicest people. So,
Yeah.
No, it was a good time. Just, I think it's probably the most tired I've been from an ultra yet.
Yeah.
Was the hills.
Was it the South Downs, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely agree on the camaraderie. Like with ultras, they're a bit different to like your 10k road race or something like that. I think with ultras, everyone's sort of willing each other on. Everyone wants everyone to finish, and it's
Absolutely.
it's a really nice sort of community.
I got at Chelmsford. I did Chelmsford half last January, and they start the 5k, 10k, and the half all at the same time, which to me is madness.
Yeah.
But there was clearly some 10k people behind me who shouted "coming through" as they sort of threw elbows and ran past us, and that for me was like, oh, that's a road runner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you would never get an ultra coming through with their elbows.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
And
Even as a spectator, you get that really great feeling like at ultras, because I've come to watch you a few times, haven't I, Pete, and brought Polly along, and just that feeling of seeing everyone coming together and all the like helpers and the volunteers and everyone
I love the
running
volunteers.
around, like getting everything together and all the snacks, and it's just like such
snacks is the only reason I do ultras. I tell everybody I run for the snacks, views and snacks.
it's like I always say it's like a day out of a picnic, isn't it? It's basically like
I kind of judge every ultra now based on what they've got available at their snack station.
Yeah,
I like to have a good look, and even if I'm not going to eat it, I just want to check it all out, look at the buffet, and then see what I can probably stomach. But
it is important.
And weren't you known as looking at your Instagram, the Dino lady in that race?
yeah, so I wore the full happystride dinosaur outfit, so shorts, zip up, and the headband, and so much that every aid station I went to, I had to do a bit of like a parade to show all the volunteers because they wanted to have a look at it. I would have worn the hat too, but it was too windy. So yeah, no, I was known as the Dino lady.
I love that.
I'll take it. I mean, I love dinosaurs, so I'll take that.
So yeah, we just jumped straight in, haven't we? Can you tell us a bit about yourself? Like, how long have you been running?
Oh, blimey. So I have a love-hate relationship with running generally, but I started back in 2018 initially, but it was a very unhealthy relationship. I used it very much to like manage my mental health, which was pretty bad at the time due to personal circumstances, and I didn't know anything about it. You know, my family did it, and I ran in like whatever t-shirt or leggings, whatever trainers. I had permanent foot pain and all sorts, and inevitably after a year and a half of running fast for every run, every 5k, every run around the streets was a race in my head, I inevitably got injured, and then didn't really pick it back up again consistently until summer of 2024, because I got a place in London Marathon, and I was 4.5 stone overweight, and I thought, I can't wait until the marathon training block, you know, the 16-week plan. I need to shift the weight first. I'd rather build a nice comfortable base where at the moment there's no pressure. There was 6 months of like just poodling along at like, if I did 2 kilometres, it didn't matter, you know, it didn't ruin any plans. And so I started running consistently again then. And now I'm not sure what I'd do without it, as cliche as that is.
I mean, the fact that you only started kind of back again a couple of years ago is crazy when you think where you are now.
Yeah, I mean, not even 2 years. I mean, there was someone I met at Run Club who said to me, they were like, oh, yeah, I've only been running for 3 years. And I thought, oh, wow, I've been doing like just over 18 months.
Yeah.
And I've gone from 0 to marathons and multiple ultras.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's quite good going. When I put it that way out loud, I'm like, oh, actually, I don't even know how I've done that. I think just stubborn.
Did you have like a basic level of fitness from like school days or anything like that? Like, were you kind of
I've always
sporty?
been sporty. So before starting training for London, I played rugby over at Rochford. But I tore my meniscus twice in the same season, didn't let it heal properly the first time. 3 months later, really tore my meniscus.
Ouch.
And that's when I realised that I had to give up that sport because I'm just getting too old. It's never going to heal now. So then I thought, okay, cool. I've got into London. And, you know, a meniscus, if you run in a straight line, is it an issue? It's only when you're trying to like change direction or someone's, you know, smashing into it. So yeah, I've always been sporty, netball, rugby, but running was just always just too hard. You know, I always wanted to be a runner. I always used to love seeing runners. So running wasn't a base of fitness I had. It was short sprints and getting up off the muddy floor, if that counts.
Did you say your family are runners?
Yeah, so my uncle, he was a runner. He did London Marathon. He did lots of marathons. He was really good. And then my cousins got into it via him. And I kind of grew up with my cousins like sisters. So when they got into it, I then, you know, naturally sort of wanted to... It looked fun. And they did a lot of trail running. They trained for all their road marathons off-road. So then I got into it and started running with them. So that's kind of... only that side, my dad and my sister, and that they are not runners at all, or sport people.
Yeah. So was 2024. You entered the London Marathon. Is that right? How you got back into it?
So
how did you actually get? You started running, then you took a break. Why did you get back into it?
I've been applying for the London Marathon for a ballot place 12 years, I think. And no, I've still never got a ballot place. London Marathon. Never got a ballot place. And it's been on my list for as long as I can remember, even when I wasn't in like a running or fitness period, because it's so iconic. Yeah. And I grew up watching it every year. I've watched it every single year. And I watch it from the start, from the elites until like they turn it off on the TV in the evening. And so I kept applying and then was like, you know what, I can't do rugby anymore. I'm someone who needs things to look forward to. I'm not very good at just ticking along in life. So then was like, right, I'm going to apply for a charity. I've got an autistic son and it kind of changed our whole lives. So naturally went for an autistic charity and got in and was like, oh, now I'm doing it. And because I didn't have sport to put it off, because I tried to do it the year before, but was playing rugby, got injured, had to defer. I was like, well, now this is it. This is it, now or never. So hence why I threw myself into it in the summer and was like, we'll start now. If you give yourself long enough. I also convinced my friend Sam that she should do it. So she also got in on a charity place and then we trained together.
That's nice, isn't it, to have someone to train with?
It's probably the most fun I've ever had. Like everyone dreads their long runs, or at least I see that on social media. They dread the long runs. I can honestly say it's the best time of my life. There's pictures of us getting in fridges on our long runs, like, you know, like ones that we left on the side of the road, climbing into tyre pits, and, you know, every horse we see, we had to go and have a selfie. Like, it became the best day of my week every Saturday morning at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. So, yeah, I loved it.
And I imagine running for a charity that means so much to you as well probably made it even more special.
Yeah, like I said, my son's autistic. He's my youngest of 4. He's nearly 6, but he's just coming to pre-verbal. But you know, he's still in nappies. He still doesn't sleep. So you see a lot of people saying, "Oh, with runners, you need to sleep." I wish. Yeah. I mean, he still gets up every hour and a half to 2 hours. That's a good night. Yeah. That's if he doesn't start his day at 1 a.m. That's if he doesn't get up every 40 minutes. Yeah. You know, and I still then have to get up, go to work, do the long runs.
Yeah.
So doing a run for a charity that for other families like us. It's definitely that kick you do when you're training distance, as I'm sure you know. You have to find something. You have to find a reason.
You do,
And on those cold winter training runs, that was easily my reason.
That got you out of bed.
Yeah, and then getting back, and my son's very happy to see me, and you know, sort of spinning in circles in excitement. So that definitely helps.
Yeah,
amazing.
You spoke just now about jumping in the fridge and different things from your run, and it automatically just took me to your amazing Instagram page.
Thank you.
So tell us about it. So at ginge_runs.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep.
Clues in the hair.
And yeah, so we love it. We love when we get tagged in one of your videos. So thank you for all the content that you create using Happy Stride. But yeah, tell us about it. Like, it's crazy that you've gained so many followers over such a short amount of time.
So, as I said, some of my family runs. They don't run anymore, and there's like 3 people on my normal Instagram that run. Everyone else hates running. And it's fine when you're training for the London Marathon because people think it's cool and it's like, oh yeah, my friend's doing London Marathon. Then once that's done, no one gives a crap anymore. They don't want to hear about your running, about your normal 5K or, you know, what snacks you're eating. And I thought, I'm going to really piss people off if I don't find an outlet. But I'm on the spectrum myself, so I need to talk about the things I love. Running is my thing. So I was like, well, if I just set up another Instagram, then I'll just spam it with all the rubbish that I talk about and I get up to. And if anyone likes it, then cool. At least I'm not annoying people. And it just gained traction. There was a particular video where I'd filmed myself first running in the 2024 where I was still quite overweight. I was really clearly struggling at the end of the run. It was only a short run to mid-run on my first ultra. And it was like, you know, going from this to this. And that's sort of what set the motion off. Everyone sort of identified with that starting process, I think. Some sort of missed the point and were like focusing on the weight side. Yes, that was a factor. But going from becoming a runner was more what it was about.
Yes.
And then, yeah, just more people sort of liked the waffle that I talk. and I try to be really honest. I try to be really genuine because there's enough elite stuff out there of, you know, and people that you hear about that fake their runs, that they pay people to, like, I just, no. Like, today I don't want to run, so I'm just not bloody running.
And you tell your community
Yeah.
that, don't you? That, like, you can definitely see the authenticity and the honesty. Like,
I mean, there's
you
a
know,
video
this one
there
was hard.
about wild poos. But it happens, but no one talks about it. So then they keep it all quiet, and then they have this, like, I'm someone who wants to break down stigma about everything.
Absolutely.
So I like to talk about it. You know, I did one the other day, like, did a 28K. It's the second day of my period. And thank goodness for toilets on Southend Seafront. But outside of that, like, it's hard, especially as a woman. It is hard going when you feel like crap, you're tired. Like, the week beforehand, I'm always so tired.
Yeah.
And you're bleeding. Like, it's really hard. And so then other women start messaging me. I get a lot of messages saying, oh, thanks for that. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to keep being honest then. I can be me out there.
Yeah.
And some people seem to like it.
Yeah.
There are some that don't. And I've had some messages and comments that don't. And that's fine. It's good for the engagement.
And do you know what?
Say all the bad things because I like to reply. I'm like, oh, that's a good comment.
Yeah.
Like one was like, see what happens when you lose the nose ring. It was that video of me starting running to... They just hadn't seen it, and they were like, see what happens when you lose the ball ring. And I was like, actually, I gained another one. Because I really had another one. Because I like that. I'm like, go on, let's have a little bit of back and forth.
Yeah.
Let's be funny.
Yeah.
They never reply, which is a shame. But yeah, even negative comments, I'm all for that.
Absolutely.
Fill your boots.
And it's your page. Like, you can put what you want on it. And if people don't like it, then don't
Exactly,
follow you.
you
Like,
don't have to look. You know, if you could like it, comment, and then leave, that would be great.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, you don't have to be there.
Yeah.
And I never fake it. The only thing that is fake is my hair. It's not ginger. I like to tell everybody that I'm a fake ginger. You know, it comes out of a box. Yeah, it comes out of a box every 4 to 6 weeks.
But you've got to stick with it now. Your ginge runs. So
I tried
can't change
I
it
dyed
now.
my hair dark a couple of Christmases ago, and my children were like, "Oh, Mum, you're so basic now." And I was like, "Don't be out of order." And then after like a week or so, I was like, "Oh, I am a bit now." So I dyed it back ginger.
it is
And
an amazing colour.
It's been ginger since lockdown.
Oh, I love it.
So
what content, I know you said about like content that gets a bit of a reaction. What other sort of content kind of works to your community? What other sort of thing do they like?
people love an unpopular opinion. That seems to be one that... And sometimes I'm like, oh, it's popular to me, so it's hard for me to think of them.
Yeah.
But, you know, things like I prefer to run long and slow over short and fast. Yeah, I'd much rather run an ultra than someone go, do you want to come do a 5K race? No. 10K? No, thank you. You want to run for 40 miles? All right, I'm in. You know, so unpopular opinions seem to go very well because I guess it speaks to people more. They go, oh, yeah, me too. People love a me too. Rather than just like, oh, look at what I eat in a day and stuff. Like that stuff doesn't go down as well. It's definitely, people like funny. That seems to go down very well.
Yeah, and you can tell you're having fun as well in a lot of your
Yeah.
content. That's what I think.
But this is what I'm like at ultras. Every aid station I go to, I always get told, "My God, you're still so smiley."
Yeah.
I'm like, but it's because I'm happy to be here. Like, I'm always smiley if I'm running or doing running things. So yeah, humour, taking the piss out of myself seems to go down very well. And yeah, an unpopular opinion. People love that. Yeah.
What are your goals for your social media channels?
I don't really have a goal. I don't have a big goal. My goal is simply just to be someone that other people can relate to.
Yeah.
Be that person they're like, oh yeah, that's like me. Or I had a message the other day saying that when they see my speed, even from where I started to where I am now, I'm a mid-pack runner. All my statistics, at races, I am bang in the middle of gender, age, the full race. So I say I'm mid-pack, and they're like, your paces are achievable. I don't look at them and think, oh, I could never do that. So people like it because they're like, well, actually, over time I could get there too. Or if she can run an ultra based on work, kids, all of this, then they can do it too.
Yeah.
And I say to people, I've messaged someone and said, look, you don't have to run 5-6 days a week. If you're feeling really tired for marathon training, I'm training for an ultra at the moment on 3 runs a week. If I can do 4, I will. I do 1 short one, 1 medium one, 1 long one. Long one's the important one. And now, because I want some big distances this year, I'm making sure I actually do the strength this year. I was like, but if I miss a run, okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I'm not an elite. This isn't my job. I don't get paid to be there. If anything, I'm paying to be there.
Yeah.
And that's why I want people to go, oh, I can do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be elite. It doesn't have to be the young 21-year-olds who, that's their whole job. We could all do it if we didn't. If that was our job. Content creating at 21 with no kids, no mortgage.
I know, imagine.
We could all do it.
Yeah.
But no, I'm nearly 40 and that's not a thing. So
It's very inspirational hearing everything else you've got going on, and you're managing to train for these races and run this social media account that is also, you are populating a lot. You're not just creating 1 video a month. You're doing stuff all the time, which is very creative and very cool and probably very real, which is what you've said. So yeah, well done.
Thank you.
I've got I work in marketing and social media, and to see that growth is amazing. So
as I said, I'm on the spectrum.
work.
So if I like something, I like to learn everything about
go for it. Yeah.
So when I started seeing that things were working, I very much am very in tune with what doesn't get likes. Sometimes I still post it because ultimately it's still my Instagram, and if I want to share it, I'm going to share it. But I know what works. I'll keep an eye on what gets comments. If people go, oh, like this for blah, 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 that doesn't tend to do very well. And I'm very in tune with other people's accounts, and I see what works, and I save ideas, and I think, what would I want to see? It's generally what I post. What would I like to see? What would make me laugh? What would make me feel good? And it helps that my family, although they mock me quite a lot, they're so supportive.
Yeah.
My teenager and my husband, they do take the raging piss out of me. You're like, oh, I'm so inspirational. It's something. It's what they say at home. It's he's smiling now. He's here, and they do. Him and my oldest daughter have a great time. But ultimately, it has taken off quite well, and it does seem to help some people. And while it's doing that, I'll keep
it
going.
It's amazing. We love it. It's brilliant. Yeah.
So,
I think it's brilliant. I think it will keep going. I think if you keep doing what you're doing, you'll have 20,000, 30,000 followers.
Yeah.
Sometimes I worry about tagging you guys and stuff because I'm like, what if they're like, please don't tag us in that. No, that's not remove
Absolutely
tag.
not.
No, thank you.
No.
Yeah, keep tagging us. Do you ever feel the pressure to post or share a story? Do you ever go, oh God, I've got to share one today?
Yeah. So again, it didn't start that way. It started just because I didn't annoy people. Yeah. But the way the algorithm works, told you, this is where the nerdy side comes in. The way the algorithm works is if you don't post regularly, I now know when I get the most engagement. I know the days. Saturday up until 6 o'clock in the evening, pointless. Yeah. Don't post. People are at parkrun, people are doing family stuff. In the evening, when people are doom scrolling, eating dinner, yes. So very rarely I'll miss one day is the maximum I will miss. And that's normally because I've got a bit of burnout. Yeah. Not just from social media, but from life.
Yeah.
As I said, just a normal person gets burnout, but if you add in ADHD and anxiety, and a child that doesn't sleep, and 3 other children, and my eldest, she plays rugby over in Wanstead, my husband plays rugby, and you're trying to manage a house. Oh, and we've got a dog.
And you've got a dog.
And we've got a working Cocker Spaniel. Wow. So you try and add that, and housework. And I work for a really busy charity myself. I just reach burnout, and sometimes I'm like, I can't even open my Instagram.
Yeah.
I open it and I look and I read some comments and I shut it again because I'm like, I just haven't got it in me today. But I'll only leave it a day. I allow myself one day to go, and I try and save some content. I try and make some stuff and put it in my drafts for those days. I'm also against posting shit. I see a lot of people just post nothing, and I think that doesn't help the algorithms. Unless there's engagement, there's no point. You may as well post nothing over posting rubbish.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do feel that, which is a shame sometimes, but then actually I love it on the same hand. So
Yeah.
you kind of take the good with the bad.
Yeah. It's funny, just from what you just said, it does make me laugh when people go, oh, I don't have time like to train and stuff like that. It's just like you've just proved it. Like, I would just say like wake up an hour earlier or something like that. Like it's just it's funny when people say, oh, I haven't got the time.
Yeah, I think the issue with that is I'm very much against, did a post recently, I'm very much against the no excuses mindset. I think it's quite a toxic culture. It falls back into that old thing of we all have the same 24 hours in a day. We don't. No one has, like, I don't have the same 24 hours as you, as that lovely gentleman that, we don't. So I don't use that, but you have to like running enough to go out and do it when it's cold. You've just, like, the amount of times I come downstairs, I work at home, I come downstairs from work and I've already got changed during my last call. I've got into my running clothes because that's a good step. Be in your clothes. And I come downstairs and I'm like, back in a bit whilst, bless my husband, he's cooking dinner. And I literally walk straight out the door because I know if I leave it, I won't. If I wait till 7, I'm never going, So it's trying to find strategies that help you. But I like running now.
Yes.
If you don't like it, slow down, sing a song, find something that makes you enjoy it. So you want to go have some me time. But you do have to also, like, long runs. Do I want to wake up at God, what time do I wake up this weekend? 4:30 to get the train to Shoebury to then make a route home? No, I didn't want to set an alarm at 4:30 in the morning on a Saturday, but I did, and I'm so glad I did because I had a lovely run.
Yeah, and you didn't.
But you do have to decide that you're doing this.
Yeah, I've done all that, but like once you've done it, you feel really good. Like your alarm goes off, you're like, why the hell am I doing this? Like, especially like I'll be in a hotel, like sitting there, like doing 100 mile on my own, just sitting there going, alarm goes off. Like, why am I actually doing this? And then you like stand there with a load of people, and then when you've done it, you're like, I'm so glad I did.
Race to the Stones in the summer, so I tend to like drag my family around. It's a weekend away. Yeah. That is not really a weekend away because I'm not there. But I take them away, and Race to the Stones, I had to set an alarm for like 2 a.m. because they allowed us to start earlier because it was like 35 degrees last July. Wow. And so I set an alarm, and so they're all asleep, leaving everyone asleep in this lovely house, just kind of like you said, going downstairs. And I eat cold rice pudding. It's something I'd read somewhere once. And I'm sitting there in this kitchen, like bags hanging out my eyes like this, spooning cold rice pudding into my mouth, thinking, what the fuck are you doing? This is ridiculous. Like, you chose this. Why did you choose this? And then halfway through I was like, this is the best thing in the world.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Question your life choices.
Every run I question my life choices. 5k to anything. I still like, why are you doing this?
I think that's always just going to be there, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what would your advice be to someone like getting into running? So never run, wants to get into running.
I think there's one of two routes. A lot of people go to parkrun. I'll touch on that again in a minute for me. But start really slow. Really, I'm talking so slow that it's barely, people could probably overtake you walking their dog. Like I said, you need to find a way to like it. Running is hard. Doesn't matter who you are, running is hard because the fitter you get, the faster you run, so the harder it becomes, all of that. I advocate, if you can't sing out loud, you're going too fast. So when I need to have, even now, either slow run, I have to be able to horrifically sing out loud to my music. Yeah. So either find some scenery, go to your local park, find your local nature reserve, because scenery is really distracting. Running the roads, you've got path, cars and bushes to look at. Go to a nature reserve. Somewhere flat's a good starting point. You don't need to incorporate hills. I mean, I try and avoid them still even now. Somewhere flat, somewhere pretty, and then if you do 2 kilometres and it takes you half an hour, cool. It's a starting point. It doesn't matter. That's why I do my Instagram. It really just doesn't matter. You're not winning. It's not a race. And if you're not planning on winning a said race, again, what does it matter? You're still going to get the same medal. You're going to get the same snacks. You're going to do the same route.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my advice is if you can't sing out loud, you're going too fast. And then just slowly build up. I'm really stubborn. I never went out for anything less than 5 kilometres, which is just, that's who I am. A lot of people like Couch to 5K. I met a woman at my run club last week who said she loved Couch to 5K 3 years ago, and she's still running now. She said she liked the build-up. My husband's done Couch to 5K, and he loved it because you're never too tired the next day. So there are a few routes into it, but just don't start big. Don't be like, I'm going out for 5K, I'm going to do it in under half an hour.
Yeah.
Because that's going to suck. That's going to be horrible. And probably start in like the autumn. Don't start in the summer.
Yeah.
Running in the summer is so hard.
Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it, about like there's all those stats around building a new habit, and like if you kind of go out in the winter, say, and you start when it's really hard and really cold, you're maybe more likely not to continue that habit and get in.
That's what mine was that summer, 2024, was like, I just need to create this as a habit. This needs to become familiar. So there was no like, right, I have to run on Monday, I have to run on Thursday. It was if I fancied running, then I went out for a run. Yeah. And if I didn't, then I didn't. You know, all bar the like, oh, I just can't bother to put my trainers on. That was never an excuse. But if you're tired, I was like, oh, we'll go tomorrow. And I still go for that. You know, if I fancy a run, even if it's not a planned run day, I'll go and run. So yeah, just take the pressure off. Like it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And yes, you would think people are looking at you. They're not. Everyone's so self-absorbed. People might glance at you when they're in the car. If it's me, I'm normally going, they're running. My husband does it. Well, everyone does it in my car now. They're running. And then that's it. We've not thought about you again.
Yeah.
You know, so don't worry about what people are thinking. Just run, sing.
We do it when we see a happy stride.
Here they are.
There's a happy stride. Oh yeah, they've got that pair on. We love sport.
Especially when it's not locally as well. That's the best.
Yeah,
I like seeing them at races. I'm like, oh, I wonder are we going to be friends? Like, and then inevitably I don't talk to them. But yeah, I always wonder if we'll be friends based on our shorts.
We love that when people tag us and they say, oh, we've just like got a photo with this random person. It's because of the shorts.
I love
that.
that.
They wanted to go and talk to them. Like that is really what Happy Stride's all about. Community and like you were saying earlier about the dinos and the fact that people are like, where, like, oh, what's that? Those dinos and stuff.
Yeah.
Getting all of that chat. Amazing, thank you. So I think you mentioned earlier about when you were talking about your social media content and kind of the stuff around you quite like to run longer runs and ultras rather than the kind of short. Like, talk to us about that. Is it like you like ultras and trails and that sort of side of things? What do you...
I don't even know how that became a thing, is the honest answer. So I trained for London, and I trained with my friend, and we didn't ever really worry about time. We were more like time on feet. We had until we got closer to the race, we had a rough time per kilometre in mind. But we just wanted to finish London, so we didn't really care. And I had a lot of fun. The longer runs we had more fun on because we were having fun for a longer period of time. And so then I thought, maybe I do like long distance running. Did London Marathon, hated it. Hated every second of it. It was too hot, too many people, dodging water bottles. It was just, that medal is on my wall, but I don't really look at it. It's got quite a bad feeling about it.
Wow, yeah.
And then I thought, but I really enjoyed the training runs. So maybe I'm not a short distance person. Maybe I am long distance. It just wasn't the right distance. So then naturally, just signed up for an ultra, as you do a couple of months later, and thought, I did Harp 24 in Rochford. It's in Rochford, isn't it? At Westcliff Rugby Club. Yeah. And I really enjoyed that. I had a good time. That's when I thought, I like trails.
Was that solo or team?
I did it as part of a team. I'm signed up this year for solo because I've got I want to run through the night this year. And I thought, I like trails. I do like trails. I used to do trails years ago. I'd just forgotten all about this running in the field.
Yeah.
So then did Race to the Stones. And even though it was all the conditions I hate, it was boiling hot, permanent sun, I had the best time of my life. And that's when I realised I like running for a long time. I like the mental toughness it takes to like periods of going into your head where you're like, you just have to be quiet. Yeah, you've been there where you go into your head and you're like, at one point, 1, 2, 3, 4 in your head, just 1, 2, 3, 1 on foot, keep going. And inevitably that passes. And it's just the best feeling. And like, it's the most proud I've ever been. Finishing that race I've never been more proud of myself ever.
What's the distance of races?
I only did the 50K.
Right.
So this
Don't
is,
say
Don't say only.
This-
Can't say only.
this
I'm
is the-
just clarifying because I don't know how.
I did a
it
post
goes.
about this the other day. I will cheer for anyone doing 5K. I'm like, yes, well
Absolutely.
done. But I'm like, oh, I'm just popping out for 10 miles. Like, I'm terrible for saying that. So we'll scrap the only. It was the 50K
Yes.
on the Sunday. And I'd not run anywhere near that distance other than London. That was the longest I'd done in the April. And I loved it. Just loved it. And the people were so friendly. Like, even people that were struggling. It just, that feeling of community was different to road. And that's where I was like, okay, I'm an ultra
That was
person.
it. Yeah.
I only want to run ultras now. I sign up for halves because I don't mind the road races for fun at halves. And I do them for fun. It is a fun run to me.
Yeah.
But I would never sign up to race a half. I would only ever sign up for ultras usually. So yeah, that's pretty much all my calendar is this year. So
Amazing.
yeah.
So the podcast called Running Makes Me Happy. As you know, with Happy Stride, we talk a lot about how running makes us happy. Running really helps my mental health. Does running help your mental health? And if so, how?
Oh, massively. So I mentioned earlier, so I have anxiety. I'm diagnosed with having anxiety. I was diagnosed, I think, in the 24, in the May. I hit probably the lowest point I've ever had with my anxiety, in that I had to be signed off work for a couple of weeks. Like, I was, I feel like I was going to cry all the time. Like, this, I get like the impending doom, like something terrible is about to happen all the time, and I can't enjoy anything, and I just can't do anything. And it was a really horrible place to be. It was the first time I thought, you know what, I'm just going to have to reach out. Before then, I'd always used exercise to balance it. Hence, you're like rugby, you go and smash into people. It's great stress relief, you know. But when that was taken away, I had nothing. I had no crutch to fall back on. So I was like, well, I don't know what to do. And my husband had said, why don't you start running again? Like, when we first met, I was into running. And if I was in a bad mood, he'd always be like, pop out for a run, because I always come back like this wonderfully, sort of fairy godmother person. Beforehand, I was like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I was horrible. So I started running again after being diagnosed. I was taking the medication and running and training for London, and it all just kind of fit together. So now, sometimes I try and run off the crazy. I try and run off the excess energy with anxiety. I try and be too tired to have the thoughts that keep me up. Sometimes it works. Most of the time, it works. I run hard on those days. I run fast, so that it's all I can think about is just surviving that run. And it's normally only 5K, but I will run fast. Without running, I'm a cranky bitch. Like, I am. I'm not very fun. And my husband, who's sitting there right now, is sitting there thinking, oh, yes, she is. Because, like I said, even now he'll be like, it's been a couple of days. Do you not think you're grumpy because you need a run?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fine. I'll go out and I go out all stropping. I'm like, oh, fine, I'm just going out for a run, have fun. Yeah, I'll try. And I come back in, I'm like, what's for dinner? And my kids are like, has Mum been for a run? I'm in that lovely, happy mood. So yeah, without it, medication only works so far for me.
Yeah.
And without increasing medication, which I really don't want to do, because it does have side effects. I would like to not. Running is my thing. And I think the reason I like the happy shots, is it called endorphin dressing? Is that there's a phrase where you dress to make yourself happy. So I like to look like colour has vomited on me.
Dopamine dressing.
That's it, dopamine dressing, that's it. I knew there was, I like
Yeah.
to look like, a rainbow threw up all over me.
Yeah.
Because just putting on all those clothes makes me happy just straight off the bat. And then going out, and people do look, and I'm sure some of them are judging me, not in a good way. And I quite like that too.
Yeah.
So that those two together are good. If you ever see me running all in black, there's a problem, guys.
Well, that's what we like
Everybody
to think.
panic because that's just not who I am. So it makes me very happy and proud. Like I said, I had a tough upbringing, so my sense of pride for myself was never really there. It's not really a thing, and running's the only thing that really gives me that, because I'm like, I did that. Because running, no matter who cheers you on, who gives you snacks, who does anything, you still have to do your one foot in front of the other. And that's it. So I get back and I'm like, I can't believe I just did that. Even now, like Saturday, I was like, can't believe, who am I on a Saturday morning? Just did 28K. Like,
Amazing.
I'm like an elite athlete now. Like I joke to myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes me really happy.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. Like, I think I'm currently on a 50-day running streak. Like, because I definitely think I'm addicted to running. I said it to my therapist about the other day. I went, I think I'm addicted to running. She went, Peter, yes you are. And I went, And then she went, "You could be addicted to worse." I was like, "Very true." And I think last year I got carried away with like I did 5 ultras and Beachhead Marathon, and then I did that 50 miler which I DNF'd. And I think I was just getting. I think I got addicted to doing races as well, like as in just going off doing these challenges, and I definitely can relate to that. And it's almost like I'm on this little streak at the moment, and I feel like I don't want to, even when I've got a race, I still do 3 miles a day before because I don't want to not run.
Oh wow!
But
I'm too lazy for that.
walking's quite good. Like if I don't run, so go for
Do
a
you
walk.
like walking?
So yeah, I always like at lunch I'll go for like a 2-mile walk.
Oh wow! Okay.
Because that helps as well, I think.
I hate walking.
Oh, really? You
Half
walk in ultras? Everyone walks in ultras, don't they? I'm not saying you
Yeah.
personally.
Oh, no, I
walk in
definitely
ultras.
walk in
yeah,
ultras.
Yeah.
If there's I'm like, does that might be a
Yeah.
hill. I probably need to walk.
Oh, yeah, I walk all
you
hills,
say
yeah.
to preserve
I
your
always say
You
walk
walk
the
a hill,
hills, yeah.
run the flat, run the down.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're just walking and scrabbling.
You're just surviving at the end.
Yeah.
Part of the reason I run is because I can't bear how long walking takes.
Oh, really?
So I see everything as, well, if I run, it could be done quicker. Even now, I'm like, well, if I run, that's fast. Like, if someone's about, can you pop to the shops? I'd probably want to run, just because I can get it done faster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I quite like putting a little
I'm
podcast.
lazy for walking, if that makes any sense. It's too long.
You want to get it done.
I want to be home. I like being at home. That's my favourite place in the world. So if I can be done faster, then
Yeah.
I'll run it.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's kind of my, But yeah, don't want to do races for time. I mean, it's a complicated world.
Yeah.
You know, none of it makes sense.
What you were saying about like you just need, like you're kind of feeling a bit and you just need to go for a run, and then you come back and you're like, yeah, I'm done. It's exactly what I say about Pete. And I think like that is when people say like running's a therapy, and like it's just like you can get out and then you just come back like a different person and you're like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know if there's a word for it, but it's like when we say hangry when you're really hungry.
Yeah.
But like,
Rungry.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
hungry. It's
Yeah.
like that. And it's
Rangry.
like
Rangry, what
sometimes
coin
if you
that?
can't fit that run in because you just can't do it that day, you can really feel it.
Yeah.
And like, you haven't been.
Yeah.
And that just proves how valuable it is, isn't it? And
If something clashed with my long run on a Saturday,
yeah.
that's a problem for me. Like we literally we plan our life around rugby and running. So my husband plays rugby on a Saturday, and I will often be like, right, but what time have I got to leave then to be back in time for you to go to your game? Because I'm like, well, I can't miss mine. I need that long run. I need it. It makes me happy. The amount of times I run to his games to watch.
Yeah, I've seen that on Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah.
So my eldest, she'll watch our son, and I'll be like, right. So sometimes we leave at the same time,
Yeah.
even though
It's quite a good way of getting it in, though.
just
Getting
be like,
it
well, I'll
running,
meet you there, and I leave a bag in the car. Although
Yeah.
I did not leave the bag in the car on the
I
last
saw
one.
that, yeah.
So sad. I did a video and everything was like, yeah, I'm going to get changed now. Turned the camera off and was like,
Oh, no.
where the bloody hell? My daughter was like, is my bag in the hallway? She's like, yeah. I was like, cool.
no.
Okay. So I had to stay in my cold, sweaty clothes for like 3 hours. But yeah, I can't miss the long run. The long run is that's my happy place. The short ones, yeah, they're the ones I find harder to get out for. But yeah, I can't miss them. I couldn't do a 50-day run streak. I just
You could if you want.
no. Well, maybe I just don't want to do that.
No, you don't want
That
to.
sounds really awful. See,
No, this
I love
isn't-
running,
this
but I
is-
don't love running.
This is something that's just carried on. It's not like I'm aiming to carry. I don't know how long it's going to go for.
It's just happened.
Yeah. I've got a half next Sunday, so I'm seeing if I have a break on Saturday, but we'll see.
See, but you could post that. People love things like that. They're like, oh
I'm
my
not-
god, they get invested
Yeah,
into it.
because I do.
pressure.
I'm not going to start the hours. I'm not.
Do it on
gonna-
Happy Stride. Be like, what
No.
let people vote for what outfit you've got to wear for the day. You know, they love that kind of thing.
I know. We need to do more of that.
You've spoken quite a lot about like your long runs. Do you run with friends, or like you part of a club and that sort of thing?
So I've just joined another club. I was with Hockley Trail Runners, but I just can't get to them. I live in Leyden, so driving 45 minutes, depending on traffic, to an hour to get to a run club is just too much. With everything else that we have going on. Whereas Phoenix, they're right at the end of my road, so it's a kilometre
convenient.
run to them. I do the run with them, and then I can run a kilometre home, which is perfect. I don't mind running with people. I quite like running with people, but I'm quite selective. I'm not good at doing distance with people for too long. I tend to make friends throughout my ultras, and I make them for like periods of the run.
You're like I've had enough of you now. See you later.
a little bit, but only because there comes a stage where I just want to sing to my music. Like,
Yes.
it's literally that selfish.
Do you actually, so when you go out, do you actually sing?
Yeah. Oh, it's
For the
horrendous.
whole run?
Sometimes.
Wow.
So if I go out for like a 5K in my local area, you will hear, because I have shocks now. Like, that's what people can hear, because I've also recorded it and been like, that's horrendous.
You should do a post about that.
I'm like singing. I used to do when I first started. I used to do like when I was on TikTok. Like, people had to guess what I was singing to, so I would mute it, and you had to guess what song I was singing, and then I would play it out loud, where it would have like the music and my horrendous singing. And yeah, I sing out loud, and I will sing at ultras. I dance. So I'm talking for anyone that can't see. I know it's being filmed, but like, I will literally, like, I've got hands going. I'm like doing waves whilst I'm running at rush hour around Basildon, like doing all this hand movement. And I'm sure people must think, what the fuck is she on?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm a mum of 4, and that's why I'm out the house, you know, like, and it literally is that. It makes me that happy I dance. So if someone wants to have a conversation for 5 to 7 hours, well, you're interrupting my singing time.
Yeah.
It's a solo concert, okay, essentially. It is a film all about me, where I'm singing and taking fun selfies with the sunrise. And if you're stopping that, maybe we're not friends.
Yeah, keep going.
Fair enough.
Yeah, could you just keep going,
Yeah.
and I'll catch you up?
I
Or-
totally get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're really ruining the
It's
concert.
your race as well. Like,
Yeah.
you've got to get what you
I
want
think
from
in
it.
ultras as well, like I've had it before when a mate's gone, oh, should we do it together? It's like 50 miles, 100 miles, whatever. You can't, because you both have highs and lows at different periods.
That's really
not
hard,
it's
yeah.
not possible to stay with someone unless when they're having the low and you're okay, you like, see, that would annoy me personally. I'd be like,
Yeah.
you can't, yeah, as you say, you spend short periods of time with people, which is great, and it passes the time. You
Yeah.
can't do a whole race with someone,
Race-
like an ultra.
Race to the Stones, I met someone at 10 kilometres in, and I probably started to need her, because I was running without music at that point. And I said, I don't do well in the heat. In the summer, generally, I hate the summer. I am an autumn to winter person. And, yeah, I'm not a real ginger, but I probably should be, you know, that kind of thing. And I made friends with her. And for 15 kilometres, we spent it together. But then we weren't at the same fitness levels. And I wanted to keep going. I didn't want to walk as much, because if I walk, my hip seize. So I like to I'm very good at just plodding. I can plod for hours on end. And she wanted to walk. And I started to think, this is starting to grate on me a little bit. I want to keep going. And so that's when I realised people are good for short periods. And I sort of
Yeah.
said to her, like, I need to keep going. And she was fine with it. Now when I meet people, I'm like, look, if you need to run off, if I'm holding you back, not offended. Just run off and leave me. I'm like, it's really okay. I like being by myself. Similarly, if I need to keep going, I am going to leave you.
Yeah.
Because,
Absolutely.
again, if you're hitting a low part, and they're also hitting a low part, but their low part's slower than my low part, it's extending the pain I'm in. Like, I still want to go home. When I do ultras, like, I often drive myself, and I think, by the time I get home tonight, again, it's all about going home and what time rugby's on. I'm like, I'm not going to make it back in time for my team to be playing at like 8 o'clock on the Saturday night. You know, so I want to go home. Even at 50K, I still want to get there. And when I did the C2C one, me and I and my friend, we hit lows at different points. So when you're in your low, if someone else is singing, it doesn't work. And if they're in their low and you want to talk about something you saw on TV, in your low, you're in your head. You're not out loud. So it becomes a bit like, oh, they're not talking to me. But then I have to hold back, which then makes you feel it just doesn't work. So I think it's good to make an agreement at the start of any race. We will run together as much as possible. If you need to go, you go. And if I need to go, can I go? Done.
Yeah, 100%. I've had it before where, like, the last 10 miles of an ultra, like, you've ended up running with someone and you've finished together. That's quite nice.
Yeah, I've done that. That's been lovely.
Yeah.
Good, that last grit bit where you're like, I can't keep going.
Yeah.
And I mean, I picked up someone, she was walking, and I was like, come on, like, we can do
Get
this.
each other through.
We're just going to do this together. And that was Race to Stones, and we just literally chugged the last 7K, like, I've death marched it together, and we got there. Same as I saw a woman, I did a post about this, doing Royal Parks half. She was, I can't remember how many miles in. She wasn't that many miles in, 7 miles, I think. And I could hear her. She was crying her eyes out. And she was like, I can't do this. Telling her husband, who was on the side, I'm going to quit. I'm going to go home. And I ran past initially, and a woman next to me, she was looking over her shoulder. I thought, oh, she'll stop with her. And this woman didn't. She kept going. And I thought, I couldn't in good conscience just leave this poor woman. So I turned around and went back and said, do you want someone to run with for a little while, for as long as you need. And she was like, thank you so much. And I was like, come on. And she was like, I trained at like 6.5 minute kilometers. I can't do it today. I was like, some days the wheels just don't work.
Yeah.
So I was like, we're just gonna slow down. I was like, let me pace. We're gonna pace back down. I paced her down to like 7.5 minutes. So it was nice, talkable sort of pace. And after a kilometre to about 2 kilometres, I didn't really track it. She'd calmed down and she'd, got herself together and she felt so much better. And I was like, look, you're going to get the same medal that person up the front's going to get. I was like, you've worked too hard. Just finish it. If you have to run, walk. I was like, she was like, thank you. And I was like, am I okay? Do you want me to stay? Do you want me to go? And she's like, no, you can go now. And then off I went, and I checked. We'd got pictures from the race photographers together, and I went and checked to see if she finished, and she did.
Oh, brilliant.
So I was really happy, and I thought people need more of that in normal races.
Definitely, yeah. There's that famous clip where the guy helps the guy at the end of the London Marathon, isn't the Welsh runner? And he became a massive Instagram influencer, where he picks him up at the end, doesn't he?
Yeah, and then kind of like, it almost looks horrible because you have to cross the finish line and kind of like nudges him over the line on his own.
It's amazing that. Like, that from doing that, he was on BBC News and he's become this big influencer. So you've spoken about your life's very busy, and you plan your runs to fit them in. I saw a post the other day about really liked it, the long runs and the train. Like, so you always get on a train to go to do your long run. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Everyone that I saw on Facebook and Instagram when I was training for London, the thing that everyone complained about, they dreaded, and I'm talking like on the Thursday, they were like, I'm dreading my long run, I'm dreading it, I'm dreading doing it on a Sunday. I don't do it on a Sunday for the simple fact, I don't want to feel like shit on the Monday. If I can get it done Saturday, then I've got Sunday to potentially sit on my arse all day and do nothing. So that's why I do it on the Saturday. It also means I get the rest of my weekend still. But everyone dreaded it. And I was like, well, how do you get around that then? Well, running the same routes, especially road, can be very boring. Well, our brains are not designed to be bored. So how do you make something interesting? Well, the only way to do it is it has to be new. If you can make it new and it becomes an adventure, as I joked about, like running is my film, it's my time. I'm not kidding. To me, it is my time where it's all about me. It's my solo concert. And I'm in this like film set half the time in my head. So I go somewhere new. I go on the train, or my husband dropped me off not long ago. I did a video where he dropped me in the middle of a car park in the morning and drove off, and I was just like, okay. And then I run. You're always going home then. In your head, you're always going home. You're not running out and back. I hate out and backs. I have to run home. So I just spend the whole run going, well, you're nearly home now. Oh, we're 10 miles to home. Or so, it's so much easier in your head if you're just going home. Or you run somewhere new, your brain's interested. It takes me longer to do because I don't know the route.
And you have to get the train there.
The train I don't mind. I quite like that. I do get some funny looks.
Yeah.
The train security guard's got familiar with me now. And I come in, I stand under the heater with him and he moves over and we just have a little chat about where I'm going. But people that get on the train it's winter, they've all got their hats, coats, scarves. Well, obviously you can't carry that if you're going to do like a self-supported run home. So I'm in like my shorts because, since Happy Stride, I got my legs tattooed. And so now I feel like I have to have them out. So I always wear shorts and, my hat and stuff. And I'm like this on the train with a nose strip on and my earphones just sort of being looked at. But then I get off and I hope people are like, what adventure is she on?
Yeah, amazing.
I'm about to have a good time, guys. Should have a good time. And it's a new adventure. I'm trying to like navigate on my phone using the Footpath app. Sometimes, there's little discs with the yellow triangles for like, they need to redo some of those. Some of them I run square past because they're either no longer yellow or the poster's been knocked over. I mean, I ran to my husband's game a few months ago and I was meant to do like 15 miles. I did just under 20 because the route had changed and people had built like a pub and there was like fencing that I just couldn't get past. And I'm having to like navigate on the spot. So if you ever see my lapse time, guys, it's because I'm lost a lot. I'm always lost. But it's new, which even though I'm lost, I'm having a great time. It's new, so it's exciting. So anyone that's like dreading their long runs, run somewhere different.
Yeah,
I think that's amazing because when I've trained for a marathon, I completely agree. Like getting out on that long run, it's just like you've got to go out, you've got to come back again. But if you're already on your way back the whole time,
I'm always on my way home.
It's
Always
amazing.
on my way home. And as I said, I've got a very good husband who'll be like, let me know when you're nearly home.
Yeah.
And there'll be like breakfast made and coffee on. And worst case, if it doesn't work out and you're having a horrible run, you can get an Uber, you can call a taxi. If you're lucky enough to have a partner, they can come and get you.
Yes.
It's not like because you're out, that's it, you just have to go home. I mean, I had a run not long ago, it wasn't even that far. I had a horrendous time for no real reason. And if I hadn't been in the middle of a field, I would have got an Uber home. I just didn't know where I was to get that Uber.
Yeah. And sometimes you have your dog with you, don't you? You take your dog out? I know you mentioned.
Yeah, so we
dog out,
rehomed a dog back in September. He's a working cocker, and I love that. I see people running and doing like the canicross. I think, oh, that looks so cool. We're not quite a canicross, mostly because he likes to try and eat squirrels, which if you're going to do trail running is fine if you're going through the fields. If you go through the woods, he's nearly had me in ditches. So we don't do that. But like, sort of road running and field running, and he loves it because he now knows when that lead goes on, that's a running walk. We're not stopping and sniffing. He gets sniffle walks. He gets like, the half hour to an hour where he gets to smell everything he wants, even if you move like 400 meters. But we have running ones. And I think the furthest is 12K and he is shattered. It's a beautiful thing to see. A dog that's completely comatose on the sofa, eyes rolled back all day because you took him out. And it does also, it breaks up the boredom because you try not to trip over him. That's a good one. You get free rest stops when he has a poo. It's like, oh no, got to pause my watch. Like, what a shame. He needs a drink. The dog needs a drink. Full of excuses. It's perfect. That might be another way to start running. Take your dog.
Yeah.
Unless of course, it's probably like a greyhound or something. Maybe not one. Maybe a pug or something. If you're starting running,
after it.
And people stop me. They want to stroke the dog. Again, another excuse to have a break.
Yeah.
Snacks and breaks, guys.
I wasn't expecting all these reasons as to why you take the dog, but I love it. There's some real strategic reasons.
And again, Instagram, people love a dog. Dogs and
I'm
cats. People love animals.
100%, yeah.
So it's like, look how cute my dog is, everyone. And they're like, oh, like. Like, thank you. And he's had a walk as well, so everyone's happy.
Yeah.
It's becoming more popular, isn't it? I think running with dogs. Canicross.
It's a skill.
I'm seeing it more.
I've watched a lot of canicross on my Instagram. I don't
Giving it a go?
I don't know, because you have to run fast generally. I mean, I've seen some over. So I did a Wildwood half marathon over in Epping last year, and they had canicross there as well, and that was fun. It was nice to see not just the front runners, where it kind of, I'm not sure who's being taken for the run, whether it's the person or the dog, but the dogs are supposed to pull. That's the point. It's wonderful uphill. Even my dog will pull me uphill. That's beautiful. But on the flats or downhills, I would probably fall over. I'm not that well coordinated. But there were some that were running a lot slower, and it looks so much fun. Mine likes to eat squirrels.
Yeah.
So if there's a squirrel, like, we're going to take us and all the other runners out. Like, we're just going to go straight across the
distracted
path,
from the task.
Yeah.
What's been your favourite moment as a runner?
100% crossing the finish line at Race to the Stones. That moment.
That was last year, was it?
That was last July. And knowing that I could do it, and I'd done it I turned up all by myself. My family were obviously at home, but I turned up to this race all on my own. As someone with anxiety, even just finding the car park is terrifying. I look so confident. I look really calm and collected, and I'm having a great time. But actually, internally, I panic about the most ridiculous of things. You ask my husband if he's like, do you want to go to Tesco's? That's a quick way to trigger me, because I don't know if I'm going to like it. And if there's too many people, or if people stop in the way, like, these are things I have difficulty with. Probably crossed over with ADHD, but it's hard to define the two. So turning up to this race in conditions that I detest, like, I really do hate the summer, guys. I will moan from about April.
I'm the opposite. I love the summer.
I see you running in the summer when you're doing your ultras, and I'm like, there's something wrong with that guy. Like, there's genuinely something not right there. Whereas I'm like, do you know what? If it's wind and rain, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I think there's more races in the summer, though, isn't there?
Yeah. No, that's what's
spring
rubbish.
and autumn.
Yeah, I don't love that. Hence why I'm like, oh, I'd like to do
you want
fine.
like the darkest,
I want it
coldest
to be
races.
cold, and I want layers on,
Yeah.
But I'd done it, and I'd done it in this heat, and I'd done it all on my own, and I was just so proud that I'd finished. I just couldn't believe it, and I had no time in mind, but I'd done it. And I was like, for the first time, that medal, I wore it all the way home. It sits in front of my desk even now, even though I've run lots of other races since. It sits completely behind my desk. It's the one I look at the most, because I'm just so proud of it.
Was that your first ultra?
Yeah, first ultra, and by far my favourite. Hence why I'm doing it again, but I'm doing the 100k this year.
Right.
I initially signed up for the 2-dayer, and then a bit of FOMO got me, and then I was like, actually, you can do it. Like, you won't know till you try. And I'm not afraid of not finishing. That doesn't bother me, as long as I know I've given it all. So I'm going back.
Finish. So there's a 50k and a 100k.
Yeah, so they split it. So you can either do the 100k over 2 days. So you can do Saturday and the Sunday, depending on which half you do. Last year I did the second half because I wanted the finish line look. Or you can do the 100k, which obviously starts Saturday morning. And they've got really generous cut-offs. I think that's the thing people don't always realise, is some of them have really good cut-off times, So I would never sign up to one that's like, you've got to have this 100k finished in 10 hours. I'll be like, no chance. For me personally, no chance. And I don't want to train for that.
No, that's
some people love speed.
Yeah.
You're very, very fast. I'm very, very not. You are very fast. I think we've established. I saw you like this, C to C, like. I know that guy. Fuck you, Pete. As you like, I was on 50, you were on the 100, and you just like breezed past me down the seafront. Like that.
You were probably dancing or something.
Yeah.
I did do more dancing, but I still didn't have it in the tank.
Would you do that race again?
The C to C. I said no at the time because there's a lot of hard path and a lot of concrete.
I noticed half of it was on the road.
And that is what hurts my hips and hurts my knees, is the road running for too long. Whereas trails, the grass stuff, it's a lot softer. And as someone I'm not young and I've had enough injuries from rugby. One of my Achilles doesn't actually work. I can't I can't push off my left leg. So all running is done off of my left thigh and then my right leg. So going onto concrete,
it's quite impactful, isn't it?
It really does hurt.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would do that one again. I enjoyed the way the event was run, just not sure if I'd do that one.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So that's obviously a very long race. I know earlier you mentioned that you had some thoughts about parkrun, and I feel like we should address the topic. And
this is
I'd
one
love
of those.
to hear what are your
We
thoughts?
want your honest opinion on
Which I know we'll get. We'll get.
So
Steph is
I
already
haven't been
honest.
brave enough to put this on my Instagram yet because I know this is literally, I'm going to get absolutely shot for it. I personally,
Make sure we clip this one up.
I don't like parkrun. I said it. I know. I'm so sorry, people. I don't like it. I have done it. I've done it many times. But as we've clearly established so far, I don't give a shit about time. And parkrun is timed. And most people are going for time. They want to PB, and that's their whole thing. And I'm happy for you. Like, I will like all the posts when people are like talking about how they've PB'd their 5k. Good. I personally couldn't give a shit. And as someone who runs a lot now, or has, can run very far, it just has no appeal to me. The other thing, and you can hate me now for this, some people, turning up in your carbon plated shoes with your speed glasses on and your matching race day outfit for your local 5k. What are you doing? What are you doing? Right, Pete, what are you doing? Let's be honest. Let's have a chat. Let's have
You don't have the sunglasses.
No,
though.
without the
Oh, you're
sunglasses.
saying you don't have
I don't
sunglasses.
I don't wear those sunglasses.
No,
I
it's
wear the
like
happystride sunglasses.
Oh, that's all right. All right, no,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But sometimes if I want to go for a tie, I want to like push myself. I'd wear carbon plate shoes. Yeah.
So I'll ask you a question about why can't you do that just out and about? Just
I do that out and about. So I do like speed sessions. Did one this morning, but the reason why I do a park run is because I would push myself more because I'm with other people versus being by myself.
Yeah.
So say you're running with like, and there's people like near you. It makes me run faster.
Does it?
Yeah, it makes because like you want to beat them.
Which
No,
is-
like if you're
So
like
see Peter Parker, I'd be like, Pete's racing me.
no. Because also I shouldn't have really said that because there's a big thing, isn't there, about parkrun isn't a race.
So that's the
Parkrun
other
isn't.
side.
But I don't treat parkrun as a race. Like parkrun.
I like parkruns.
Getting
I like the
myself
ethos. Yeah, so I'll dig you back
Speaking
out.
of-
Yeah, I'm going to get you back out. Use the rope or ladder.
I also like the social side of parkrun. A lot of
what
my
I was gonna
friends
say.
do it. So like it's like you have a chat with them before. That's what I like about parkrun.
I like the ethos of parkrun. It's another place I would send someone who wants to start running because a lot of people, their families aren't into running. Like I said, mine aren't into running. Actually, they hate it. I can convince the husband for like up to 10k, which I know is a lot, but we do snacks, run, walking, and we always pick somewhere new and pretty, so like trail running. But generally, if I was like, do you want to come out for 10k on the road, he'd be like, fuck no, like that's horrible. Most people don't have that support network, so you have to find it elsewhere. Social media, parkrun, I think, is a great place, and not a lot of people walk here. It's finding that group of people. I'm irritated by those that treat it like it is the London Marathon. You know, like
I completely get that.
I get irritated because I'm like, and you know, people are pushy. That, you know, there's elbows being thrown and there's pushing out the way, and I'm like, this is free, guys. Calm down. If you want an official, there are races you can enter for 5k if you want to do it that way, because your parkrun time doesn't count. It doesn't count. Like, sorry guys, it doesn't count. No. Yes, it's timed. It's not on an official proper database because it's not done officially like that. So I don't like that side of it. I don't like pretentious anything. I don't like pretentious people. Hopefully I don't come across pretentious.
Definitely
if I do,
No.
we'll talk more about my wild poos. That'll solve that problem. Yeah, so that side, I'm not good at that, and that really put me off going because I'm not racing you, and I want people to enjoy running. That's all I'm about. I think everyone can enjoy it. My husband might disagree, my daughter might, but I think you can. You just got to go about it the right way and turn up to, say, a park run where you've got all these people pushing at the front. If you're oblivious to where you should stand, which is another thing you shouldn't have to do, should stand at park run, and then you feel like you're in their way, that's not going to make you want to go back. So that's my grievance for park run is that.
No,
I have now trail running crossed into a few park runs that are in the woods and are more trail like, and I'm like, oh, maybe that's for me. But then I'm like, but it's still being timed, and I really just I don't want that.
Yeah, and I
personally just don't want
that's
that.
what this is. Like you've been saying though, you've found what works for you, and you know what doesn't work for you, and that's parkrun at the moment. Maybe, as you say, there might be a trail opportunity or something in the future, but that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's finding what works for you, and the fact that you've found your roots and you're going out on the train and all these different things. And
and I'm sure a lot of park runners are like, I couldn't think of anything worse than doing that. You know, like, and that's what I mean. It's all your own perspective. Just for me personally, I don't like parkrun. I have done it. I've done it many times. It's just not for me. But then we all know I don't like short runs. My short runs are my easy runs.
Shorts.
How you like shorts?
I've spent a lot of money on the wrong thing. To be fair, I never wore shorts till you guys. I know you guys don't like to talk too much about your clothing, but I've never.
You
worn
can
shorts.
talk about it. It's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna hand you up now. But I've never worn shorts. I've always felt far too self-conscious of my legs to wear shorts. And excuse me, last summer it was too hot. Like, it was a boiling hot summer, wasn't it? And
Lovely.
yeah, if you love the heat of the oven, it was wonderful. But I found your shorts online, and I wore the fitted shorts, and they were at what I'd call a dignified level. It's for someone who didn't want their legs out. They weren't too short. Like, a lot of shorts are, you know, your bum cheeks are falling out, which is cool if you're 19, 20 and you're super fit. Or if you're just really comfortable in those. I'm all for body positivity, wear what you want. For me, no, I was never going to wear those. And they were long enough, they had pockets. Oh, shorts with pockets. I like anything with pockets. I asked my husband, dresses with pockets, he will be shown immediately. And I then started telling other people, I was like, oh my God, these shorts are perfect. They're bright, they're fun, they're smooth, there's no chafing. And then I kept seeing all these people in the classics. And I was like, I really want to try them. And I had to ask a lot of people about them before I was brave enough to buy a couple of pairs. That's it. Fitted shorts went out the window, and I now have like 18 pairs of your shorts. It's absolutely ridiculous. My bank is very sad. My husband helps finance my happystride addiction.
Makes you happy though, doesn't it?
It makes me happy. And I now wear shorts all year long for running. So yeah, thank you guys for designing shorts there.
I do love, actually, and thanks for sharing that story, because we actually do get a lot of women particularly who say, I don't wear shorts, I want to go for the leggings, and then they maybe start with the leggings sometimes, and then they try either the classic or the fitted. Like, we kind of encourage whichever one they feel comfortable in. And actually, because of the bright colours and the fit and the comfortable and the features, a lot of people have told us that they don't like wearing shorts, and suddenly they find themselves feeling really confident in them.
It's a game changer.
We actually have had quite a lot of comments on that, which is amazing, because that's what it's all about. And like, for people that didn't feel confident wearing shorts before and now they've found our product and then they do, that's just like the dream.
Yeah.
So it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's why I tag you all so much. It's because I just want people to love running. So whatever can make people's running easier, better. So when someone's like, does anyone know of any like two sort of double layered shorts? I'm like, oh yes. Don't even finish that sentence. Yes, I do. And they do plain ones if you want plain. You know, because
Yeah, that's why we do the plain, because like, we just want anyone to land on our website and have something for them. Like it's so because you don't have to like patterns to like Happy Stride.
no. Although patterns are cool. Just saying.
So I suppose it leads us on nicely to what is your favourite Happy Stride design?
Oh, is that a real question for me? Is that like?
I think we know the answer.
I'll say, do we? Oh, it's got to be the plain black. Obviously, I'm Dino lady, so it is a dinosaur. Like I said, full head to toe in a race, an ultra in the Rapid, the zip top, and the shorts. I also own the leggings. The only thing I don't own is the socks, just because I'm quite particular about my socks.
Yeah.
And the long sleeved top, just again because it's unisex fit. I'm not a big fan of unisex fit, but everything else, dinosaur everything.
So you're just a dinosaur fan generally, and we just happen to launch dinosaurs, or how does that work?
Yeah, so my family will know me to be obsessed with dinosaurs. My thighs have 2 dinosaur tattoos on. We had a dinosaur themed wedding, which isn't as geeky as it sounds when you put it out loud. So everyone got small gold hand painted dinosaurs as their place things. We had I changed the aisle music. So we got married. We had a boho wedding. My dad's garden. He's got like 5 acres of land with teepees and a festival vibe. Well, I changed the aisle music to the Jurassic Park theme tune, but there's a piano version.
Oh, amazing.
And which he didn't know was happening until I came out. And then everyone was like, oh, it's Jurassic Park. Because it's my favourite film. One of my favourites. I actually got a tattoo here. It's an origami. You won't see it in the cameras, but it's an origami dinosaur.
Amazing.
We folded 500 origami dinosaurs in the run up to our wedding and had it as our backdrop for our ceremony of all different coloured dinosaurs. That was a test of patience. DIY weddings are great until 3:00 in the morning you're folding dinosaurs with little paper, and then trying to string them together. But
that sounds like me at our wedding painting pineapples at 3:00 in the morning.
And painting palettes, and you think, what on earth am I doing with my life? And then when it's over, initially it's great, and then you're like, well, now what do I do?
Yeah,
got nothing to do.
100%.
I've got dinosaur here, so that's from Jurassic Park as well.
Wow, lots of tattoos.
Yeah, I like
well,
tattoos.
I think we can conclude that you are a dinosaur fan.
So if you have any other dinosaur prints that you need to bring out a different version of any dinosaur prints, that would be great.
Yeah.
If I could design one.
Do you know what? It's definitely on our list because the dinosaurs have been really popular. And we did get a lot of people request them. I don't know, maybe you were one of the people that requested them before, I can't remember. But we did have a few.
I said floral. I like the flower shorts.
Oh, yeah. Flowers.
I love those. I absolutely love those. They're one of my favourite designs, along with the dinosaur and the pink leopard print.
Yeah.
Candy.
Yeah.
Candy.
I think they're I like that 'cause it's very more botanical rather than cartoon.
Yeah.
But if you happen to design another dinosaur set, I'll just give you my money.
I think it's hard to. It's going to be hard to beat the current dinosaur, isn't it? But I'm sure we could.
I'm sure we could. Yeah.
It has to be. It has to be really good.
Yeah. So aside from dinosaurs, what would a new Happy Stride design, like your dream design, be?
Oh, dream.
Or would it be dinosaurs?
My dream would, it would be dinosaurs. It would be something more botanical flowers, like the Bring Me Flowers shorts, rather than the petals. I've got the petals on, and I love them, but I like the slightly more realistic version of the flowers on the other shorts.
Yeah.
Anything else? I think dogs would probably go down well with people, a bit like the cats. It's not necessarily for me, but I'm just trying to think what people would like. But for me, dinosaurs.
Okay.
Dinosaurs, mountains, anything mountainous, I would love, because I like to see trail running. Me and my husband were talking about Marathon des Sables. You see all the sand dunes, whereas I'm like, I still would rather see mountains and trees.
Yeah.
So I get more excited by that. So anything.
Amazing.
Also,
well, once this podcast I think is launched, then some of those patterns might be out. So dogs and mountains.
I'll just send you my bank details now. If you could just charge me as and when they come out, just post them on standing order. It'd be great.
So we end every podcast with what's your dream race?
If you'd have asked me that initially, go back a couple of months, I really wouldn't know, because I'm still quite new to the ultra world. It would obviously be an ultra. But I like the darkness. I like the cold. God, that makes me sound really sadistic. I like the cold, and I don't mind wind and rain and all of that. I like the layers. And after watching the Spine again, it's not the first time. It would be the Spine. I would like to do the full Spine. If I could get in for this January coming, I would do it. I like to see if I have the mental toughness for things, which I think is how I sort of fallen into the ultra world. Now this year, my distances are drastically increasing. I think that would be it.
Amazing.
And it's having one of the hardest races in the world in the UK. I think is quite a bragging right, because you think of all the scenarios you could go for in the world. My husband wants me to love Marathon des Sables, but I hate the heat.
Yeah,
I think
that's
I would
the opposite.
I would
to what
like
you
catch. You would have a great time, and I would catch fire.
It's too hot. It's too hot.
Right. So if Pete says it's too hot, babe, I can't. Just say.
Also running on sand. Yeah.
Like that's awful. I'd rather run on mud. At least mud's exciting. Like I laugh when I skid in mud.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, and all you can hear is me going, wee, woo. Again, if you ever follow me, anybody in public, I'm really sorry. I have turned around on runs before, and there's been like dog walkers behind me, and I'm like, hello, and I've been like having a little conversation with myself about the mud, So, yeah, the Spine.
Yeah,
so if
fair
anyone knows any ways in, just outside of the qualifying.
I'm sure
stuff.
you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for your honesty. I feel like you've shared a lot, and
We've
we've
going
covered.
to get me some haters. Oh, I can feel it coming. Remember, just leave comments though, people, guys, because it's good engagement.
We've covered a lot of topics though, and yeah, you've been really honest and everything, and shared
You're
a lot. So
welcome.
thank you so much for coming on
Thanks
the
for
podcast.
having me.
Yeah,
I've been stalking you guys for some time since found Happy Stride. So for me, it's a bit like a celebrity meet. Like
For us too. You tag us all the time. So yeah.
sorry about that.
And what's your Instagram if anyone wants to follow you?
Ginge_runs for the fake ginger mid-pack runners.
Hey.
Just party pace. That's what I'm about. I
Love
need
that.
to dance and eat at the same time.
Love it.
Cool.
Thanks very much.
You.
Thanks for having me.